Did you ever say anything to someone in private that you didn't want other people to hear? A nasty comment about your boss? Maybe a sexist joke? Of course you did. Admit it. The controversy over Donald Sterling's comments, the ones that were secretly recorded by his girlfriend, actually cost him his NBA franchise. Could you lose your job over something you say privately, even to a spouse or a close friend outside of the workplace? Legally speaking, it all depends. First, in such a case, a court would look at what your job is. If your job is owning a professional basketball team, you may very well lose the team or have to sell it, because the very revelation of your private statements, even though they may have been obtained illegally, could make you unsuitable to continue your ownership. Yes, even if you did nothing actually wrong. If, on the other hand, you were a state or federal civil service employee and made the same comments as Sterling, you would almost certainly be able to keep your job. You can be fired from such a position only if it was proven that you engaged in deliberate wrongdoing. But every job is different with different rules. If you have a contract, if you're a union member, if you have job tenure, you're likely to have greater protection. Most Americans employed by private firms are in a category known as at will, meaning employers can fire you for almost any reason. And so your right to free speech is applicable between an individual and the government. But that right doesn't always apply with a private employer. If you post something on your own Facebook, Twitter, or other social media that your employer doesn't like, and you find out you've been fired, as unfair as that sounds, it might very well be legal. Now, there are exceptions. Federal law prohibits the firing of employees based on discrimination or for retaliation. Also, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 offers some other protections, but not everyone is protected. For example, a priest, a minister, or a rabbi who privately expressed disbelief in God might be acting within his constitutional rights, but might not be suited to continue in his clerical role. You have a right to free speech, but be careful how that right might impact on your employment, and always act accordingly. I'm Alan Dershowitz for Newsmax TV.